Within our Parks Department, walking and bike trails are being created across the county, and with efforts being made by the Engage Henderson group, there may be a citywide bike path in Henderson's future.
Henderson County, Kentucky created a parks department in the summer of 2013 to further develop its 4 community parks.
We have a Facebook page, it's Henderson County Parks and Programs, and I'm up for the public's input to see how they feel and what they see would be promising in our parks and what would make them want to get involved in coming out to the parks.
Sandy Lee Watkins Park, still under construction, is their biggest endeavor to date. In Hebbardsville, Kentucky, it has 3 fishing lakes and a walking biking trail.
The trail right now is 1.7 miles. It starts at the beginning of the park. It splits off into a Y. It does come to a stop right now at the 1.7 mile marker. However, we have a request in for grant money to try and complete it where it goes all the way around the first lake, and it will end up with an additional 1.25 miles to finish out. It is very accessible for people with strollers, people in wheelchairs that might want to get out and get fresh air. Whenever our guys come out and mow, they do run into the general public out here using the trail.
There are 3 other Henderson County parks.
We have a park in Smith Mills, Kentucky, and it's a smaller park. It has a trail that goes around the outside of it. We have another park in Basket, Kentucky that we're currently putting in, and when that is complete, it will have a winding trail that goes around it. Freedom Park, it is within the 4-H park, which is off of Airline Road in Henderson, and it has a nice walking trail.
Newly appointed Henderson County Parks Director Mitzi Weber is hopeful that the new emphasis on park development will provide healthier opportunities for local families.
I think it helps with family to take a step away from the TV, to take a step away from the iPods and the cell phones, and just come out and sit around the lake and go fishing or take a walk on the walking trail with your children.
In the city of Henderson, a full walking trail along the waterfront extends about 1.5 miles from Atkinson Park to Red Bank Park near downtown.
I love it. I was just telling my husband as we were walking through how nice it is to be able to walk by the river.
The Henderson Riverwalk is pedestrian only, leaving bicyclists to regular roads not always equipped with bike lanes. Community leaders hope to change that.
A lot of the paths, taking the rails to trails, so taking the old railroad tracks and converting those to bicycle paths, that's super popular in more progressive communities, and I think that's good for a community. Making bicycle paths that loop around a town, a lot of people do that. Owensboro's done that, and that's really popular. You get on that thing and it's just busy.
I love it because I can leave my house and ride basically from one end to the other on a greenbelt.
I wish that they had something separate for the bike riders.
If there were more bike lanes available, I would see myself riding more besides just trail riding.
The bike path and the mobility kinds of issues is what chains a community together. We've got to create mobility besides cars and normal kinds of transportation. One of the things that we know is that kids in this neighborhood walk to school or take the bus to school. I mean, mobility is not as prevalent as it is in the suburbs where you drive to everything.
I think the city has actually been doing a whole lot to promote that, and working on the bike paths and the riverfront and making that bicycle friendly.
If we can get safe routes to school, if we can get connection to other neighborhoods and even to the downtown, for pedestrians, for bikes, it just opens things up and gets more participation and more awareness of the environment for residents as well as outside people visiting.
It's exciting to be able to get out and see how this community is growing and to be involved in it, and to know that there are things that are happening that will bring people not just from our community but outside of our community in to see what it is that we have to offer, because it is a very nice place to live.
The journey of many miles begins with one step. Henderson has taken that first step in making our city and its streets more friendly for all users. But these changes don't happen overnight.
If there were more roads that were accustomed for the bicyclist, I think there would be more commuting going on. We would choose to commute to other areas as well. It'd go beyond recreation for us.
Nowadays, people are wanting to live closer together so they can use the amenities of a community by either a bicycle or walking.
In an effort to make the city of Henderson more sustainable, a committee has been formed to develop a master plan to create bicycle routes throughout the city.
The City of Henderson and Henderson County Fiscal Court formed a bicycling committee to begin discussing updating our outdated bike plan.
Well, I see that bicycles as a major plus point for sustainability for Henderson as a growing, viable community.
In order to create these communities that grow and thrive, progressive communities, one of the most important things you can do is make it bicycle and pedestrian friendly.
Bicycling is an important part of a healthy community, not only for people who live here now, but for people who might be looking to move. Many areas of our country, people are accustomed to bicycle routes, ample places to walk. If Henderson, Kentucky and our surrounding metro area does not embrace this, we're going to lose opportunities for people to move and be a part of our metro.
The committee's task is to examine the logistics and the estimated cost of this venture.
So that's what brings us here today, and our discussions will include the proposed routes that we're going to present both to the city and the county, as well as the Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Even when existing streets are wide enough to accommodate bike lanes, other factors must be considered.
In the downtown area of the city, we have extremely wide roadways, especially wide enough to have bicycle lanes. But once you get into the downtown area, the parking has presented a problem within itself in how we safely create bike paths. The best way to get around that, we have jogged the path to avoid the parking areas in downtown as much as possible.
When we design our streets with sidewalks and bike lanes, we are given a choice to leave the car keys at home.
When this project is done, the streets and routes that have bicycle paths will just be a mecca of people walking and running and riding their bicycles, and yes, cars will be a part of that too. Henderson, Kentucky is a great place to live and be and to raise a family simply because we're looking to be a sustainable community, not just today, but in the future.
You can watch this and other archived episodes of Healthy Air, Healthy Communities on our website. Go to video.wnin.org. The sustainability movement is happening right now all around us. You've just seen what Henderson County is working on. Like us on Facebook and learn more about other community projects in the region at engagehenderson.com, seacplan.org, and cnu.org. We want to inspire each of you to do your part. Use energy wisely and live healthier lives, because it's the little changes we make that add up to a world of difference. This has been Healthy Air, Healthy Communities. Thank you for watching.
Funding provided by the U.S. Department of Transportation CMAQ program.